One.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a warm welcome to the platform of Destination Heritage as we conduct our fifth monthly webinar series for 2024. No Indian festival in the earlier times was complete without one form or other of halwa and an array of sweets. An ancient cuisine of Turkish origins, this confection was made of ground sesame seeds and honey. The Jewish version has grated coconut that is painstakingly mixed for 6 hours, and that's an art. Traditional households, even today, hire a man to stir for 6 hours or more. The halwa is made from rice, flour, maida, and in India, it connotes a soft but firm dessert made from wheat flour, rava, pulses, the strainings of wheat, fruits, carrot, badam, nuts, etc. Whatever it is full of heart. And I say that this should be the introduction of a newborn baby to solid food. So let it be halwa right from the mother's heart to the baby's heart. So I now request Manali Momaya to introduce our honored guest who will be speaking on a very interesting subject today on culinary heritage.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Welcome once again to Destination Heritage, where we explore the rich and diverse cultural tapestry of India. And today, as ma'am told, we have with us a very special guest joining us for an enlightening session on ancient sweets, modern treats, the Halwa Trail of India. A deep dive into the flavors, history, and cultural significance of the beloved Indian sweet, of various origins, but of India, Halwa. Our esteemed speaker is Mr. Sivasankar Babu, a seasoned expert with an impressive 40 plus years of experience in the finance industry, blending his vast expertise with an ardent passion for heritage and culture. After an extensive career in banking and ITES sectors, including renowned firms such as Hexaware, Wipro, and Capgemini, Mr. Babu embarked on a new journey, sharing his love for Indian history and heritage through presentations and mentorship. Mr. Babu is a dedicated member of the Tamil Heritage Trust and a trained docent, actively involved in heritage site seminars and teacher training programs. His explorations have taken him across Tamil Nadu and beyond, resulting in detailed tour albums and insightful heritage presentations at prestigious institutions such as IIT Madras, University of Kerala, and various cultural organizations. Notably, Mr. Babu has built a substantial following with his YouTube channel, Babu for Heritage, where he curates over 50 categories of heritage for content, making him a trusted source for history enthusiasts. He is also an Incredible India Tourism Facilitator, certified by the Ministry of Tourism, and holds a PG diploma in archaeology, enhancing his deep understanding of India's ancient scripts, epigraphy, and architecture. Today, he will guide us pardon me. Today, he will guide us through the fascinating journey of halwa, tracing its origins, regional variations, and how it continues to be an integral part of the Indian culinary traditions. So, please join me in giving a warm welcome to Mr. Shiv Shankar Babu. Sir, now the floor is open for you. Kindly begin with today's very interesting talk.
Thank you. Thank you all. And first of all, thank Destination Heritage, who is doing a great job in terms of spreading heritage awareness, and especially Dr. Geeta, who has been doing a interesting job in folklore and other related areas, and passionate and trying to spread finer aspects of folklore and other various dimensions of heritage. So this was an interesting subject where she saw my earlier presentation and immediately said, Babu, we are hearing it. to our audience, and it is a really different and out of the regular subjects. So I really like, and thanks for the opportunity. So today we are talking about a different subject. Let me share the presentation and then we can continue the discussion. It is going to be for 1 hour. So it is going to be like what I excel as a marketing and salesperson. This is sweet talk. This is sweet, 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 sweet. Nothing else. I'm just opening the presentation.
Sure, sir.
Give me a moment. Yeah, I'm able to share now.
Okay, sir.
Right. Are you able to see it? Yes, ma'am, you are able to see it?
No, no, it has not been screened.
Right. Now it is showing.
Not yet.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. That's okay. So now you are able to see?
Yes,
Right.
it is.
Okay. So actually, during this, I won't be able to see it in while I'm presenting it. So if any interruption is there, you need to interrupt me and inform. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right.
Definitely.
Okay. So we are going to talk about sweets. India has a lot of interesting history about sweets. Right from Vedic period, Vedic text mentions sweets made from fruit, honey, and grains, and it has been there. Even in Indus Valley, 6000 C itself, sugarcane cultivation was there. And art of making shakara, that is the refined sugar from kanda, the raw sugar, is known to them. So your seed story is a very, very long story. And by medieval period, when it is spreading into all over the area, They start with their own regional varieties with the ingredients available. Rasagulla, Mysore Pak, Mohan Dal, everything. The variations abound. And what is more important in Indian sweets is that typically during festivals, our culture is that we make a lot of sweets. So there is the major interesting things as a childhood. We remember lot of sweets. They prepare large quantity and give it, share it with friends, relatives. That is the very interesting aspect of sweets. Similarly, in any religious festivals where we prepare special sweets and offer to God, and then we consume them as prasadams. And many temples have got their own special form of sweets. Ganapati, we offer modak. When you go to Tirupati, people ask whether we had darshan or not. They are asking, did you get the laddu? Okay, and the Payani, Panjamridam. Like that, sweet is an integral part of your religious offering. In the modern period, with the Western culture, this has taken a totally different transformation, and there are so many different varieties of baking and other things. So now, slowly, the world is shifting towards baked products and canned products, and lot of international sweets, mass-produced sweets are coming to India and getting customized with Indian flavor. That is the power of consumers in India, the huge population. But doing this, we need to rethink and see how our traditional sweets have been good on us and good on our health, and it reflects the local culture. So, an objective of this presentation is to go back and enjoy our traditional sweets and the history and the expertise behind it. So, to sum up, India's sweets are not just treats, they are integral part of country's cultural heritage, reflecting its rich history and diverse culinary tradition. This is what we are going to talk about today. So, as a young boy, I have been enamored by my mother, who is one of the uh, excellent cooks I had known. The interesting thing is, as she cooks after that, she also explains. I have got a little interest. She also explains how it is cooked and what is the variations and what are the inputs it has been done. So I had some natural interest in this, and that is how it developed my passion into food. While my daughter's wedding was fixed, the bridegroom's family is from Srivilliputtur in South Tamil Nadu, which is very famous for palkova. This is like a very refined form of Goa in done in a different way. So I developed a lot of interest in it, and for reception, I gave a Palkova packet as a gift during the reception. In addition, I did some research and also gave a note along with this on the history of Palkova and how it can be made in a simple way in microwave or in a traditional way. So that triggered another variation of interest in experimenting sweets. Then, when my son's marriage happened in 2021, this time the bride is from Madurai. Madurai is famous for two things: your jasmine and also the halwa, the Madurai Premavila halwa. So I decided to give Premavila halwa packet as a reception gift for everybody. And as usual, I tried to add one more note on what is the history of Halwa and how it is prepared in Premavras and why it is such a wonderful one. And I note it was very well received, and people enjoyed the note along with the Halwa. Okay, so that triggered something where I wanted to do some more research and go little more deeper into halwa and understand different varieties and different things. So, as part of my heritage journey, in addition to learning art and architecture of temples, I also start learning about something. So this Diwali, I did lot of research. Instead of preparing the halwa, I prepared a presentation on halwa. So this is where it is. Origins of halwa. So when we talk about halwa, halwa as a name becomes Arabic name with sweet meat and possibly originated in Turkey and made of flour and sugar. So in 7th century, they had a version with flour, dates, milk, and honey, and then that's how it got transformed. But we need not say that halwa originated in Arabic. Okay, if you see any ancient civilization like Tamil and others, similar mixtures would have existed. Since if you see the ingredients, flour, milk, sweet, fat, any clarified ghee, these are the four basic elements which a fairly stabilized agrarian society has. So naturally, the mix of four into one is bound to happen very soon. It has happened from Vedic times. Well, but we get interesting documentation in many areas. And one of the recent documents is Manasalasa, the treatise written by great Kalyani Chalukya king, which talks about Shaliyanna, the present day Kesaribath of Karnataka. Anywhere you go in the morning, the bath combo is very famous. Kesari bath, Kara bath and coffee. So इसके बाद क्या है? Nothing. Enjoy. So that is what is documented. Similarly, even in Arabian things, we have 13th century Arabian text, Kitab al-Kabi, which talks about 8 different varieties of halwa and their receipts. So now I am experimenting and trying to give you a similar presentation which covers around 30 types of halwas in quick succession. So we see that with so much stories around, we thought halwa is the national sweet of India. It's no. There is no clear national sweet, but the close contenders are your gulab jamun and jangiri and the quintessential Bengal versus Odisha item. So these are the major ones, but halwa is the national sweet of Oman. So to celebrate their national day on 45th National Day, they created a giant halwa and it created a Guinness record. So it has got 75 kg, which was prepared by 45 vessels by 10 persons throughout the night and finally brought it to the farm and then spread it in the form of Oman national map. Coffee is an interesting origination from Oman. So usually their combination is like how we have jalebi and chai in northern, in particular Gujarat and other belt. In Oman, the popular form is halwa and Arabic coffee, kawa, the black coffee. So let us try this combination once a while, and I hope you are enjoying it. Now, coming from the history, now let us move to the chemistry of halwa. So, what are the ingredients and what kind of reaction creates such a wonderful product called halwa? So, there is a base, there is a liquid, and there is a sweetener, and there is a cooking medium like something hot or oil which will bind all this and then transfer the heat. And then there are always toppings, which is the makeup items. Finally, it comes to the magical halwa. So this is how it works. If you see this, these four major items are always available from earlier civilization. And if you vary it according to the culture, you get different kinds of halwas. So when you talk about the base, it can be milk, it can be fruit, it can be grain, or the ground flour. or the vegetables or can be pulses, and some guys do it in non-veg also. When it comes to liquids, the options are fairly limited. Either you use simple water or cow's milk or extract coconut milk or use coconut water. In some of the non-veg, they use egg white as a binder as a liquid. In sweetener, we have only three choices since it is cooking. White sugar, which is the popular one. In some cases, we use country sugar, which is gur. Uh, in some weird halwas in south, they use palm sugar, which is taken by your palms up and then prepared like jaggery. It will be fantastic. Cooking medium, the popular one we say is ghee. Go to any bloody local shop, you say that all our sweets are prepared in ghee only ghee, and then natural desi ghee. But what they do lots of refined oil, all kinds of oil, and finally put some ghee on flavor. But some sweets are definitely focused only on refined oil, and then some of them are focused on only ghee. And a variation is coconut oil, which is in Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and in Sri Lanka side. And toppings, you think about it, you had it is like becoming like pizza. Whatever you do, it can be a topping. But for some of the traditional sweets, some of the halwa types, some type of topping alone goes well. Like your coconut ones, the complement is the pumpkin seed. So if you mix these 4, 5 combinations, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 into 5, 5 into 5 into 3 into 2, you get enormous combinations. And we are going to see now some popular combination which are available in particular zone or particular area or popular pan India, and some of the popular shops which started it first or which is one of the oldest known shop. Known means known to me based on my research. So some of you might be able to suggest it in a better way. So we start with the simplest halwa, which kindled my interest early. Again, here, this is the classification chart. Like in chemistry, whenever you do put something, we put the the molecular order, which class it is, and then which group it is, like that. So here, this chart gives what is the class of halwa, and then scale. When you talk about the scale is nothing but the hardness or smoothness of the halwa. So 1 is the smoothest halwa and 10 is the hardest halwa. So you have two variations, Pal Gova and Pal Halwa. What is the difference? You can see that all these are same, and only if I add ghee and then take it a little earlier, it becomes Pal Halwa. Srivilliputtur during 1960s had excess milk production due to white revolution. So what they did is they converted this into koa by condensing with sugar, and then they made it very popular in South India. So everywhere people sell Srivilliputtur Palgova and send all over the place. So slowly, now I think he is trying to get a geotagging for that. So this is one of the oldest Puliya Marathadi Palgova, which is near the famous Srivilliputtur temple on the south side. Another, so this is how it looks like. It is like a grainy, slightly grainy. And there is another shop called Venkateswara Vilas, which is also very old, which is near the temple, and they got a branch inside the temple itself. So these are two of the famous shops which are in Srivilliputtur. And this is how the pal alva looks like. See the difference in texture. It is slightly runny and it has got the tinge of ghee all over the place. So this is the simplest sweet. Put milk, put sugar, heat it, and then once it comes to a solid form, you get the halwa. Now it comes to, so again it is a cow milk based. Now we are coming to the other story. When we talk about halwa, immediately people say Tirunelveli. Particularly in south side, they talk about Tirunelveli halwa. What is so specific about Tirunelveli? It has been popular in 1800, from 1900 itself. It has been a very, very famous location. Let us see the history of Tirunelveli shops. In 18th century, one of the zamindars near Madurai, Chokkambatti zamindar, went to Kasi and then he tasted one halwa. I don't know whether it is Kasi halwa or some other halwa. He liked it and he brought the Rajaputana cook to his palace and then settled them there. Slowly they spread, more relatives happened, and then they started their own shop in then called Dhanalakshmi Vilas in Sokkambatti. So that is one of the old shops. It is still there. And as they grow, they spread all over Tamil Nadu and they started as, they are called the Lalas. So they called the Lalas and then they branded as Lala Mithai Kadai. What this mean is sweet shops. Sweet shops of Lala. So this is expanded into Tirunelveli as Lakshmi Vilas Noor Singh, Madurai Prema Vilas Gangava Ram Singh, Tirunelveli Irtikadai, the famous one, Bijili Singh. Interesting, Irtikadai, or it is started with Bijili Singh. So he thought his current itself is enough, he doesn't need any further light. Nagargoil, Lala Sweets, and then Tuticorin Lala Sweets, and then Tenkasi Peri Lala Sweets, and then Sivaganga Rajeshwari Sweet, the Radharam. So all are relatives and descended from the group of families. They are spread all over Tamil Nadu. These are the famous shops. When we talk about LMK, the LMK is famous for halwa and also something like your Tirupati style uh, idicha bundi laddu. What means is you create bundi, sweet bundi, and then you smash it and then keep it into a round ball, like how they are doing it in Tirupati. And then pal halwa, Mysore pak, the original Mysore pak, not the latest variety which is very, very soft. And kara or sweet save, where you take a kara save and then give sweet coating on top of it. So these were the famous things. So wherever Lala Mithai Kadai or LMK is there in Tamil Nadu, we can fairly assume some amount of quality halwa and other sweets. Now let us see one by one some of the various halwa shops and how they are prepared. The first one is the wheat halwa, where the fermented wheat milk is taken overnight and then this is mixed with water and sugar and cooked in refined oil, and it is like Geeta madam said, it is a very, very painful process. It serves continuous stirring. Nowadays, in big companies, they have automated machines for this. So this is how it does. In the Madurai, Sriliputur to Kuttalam Road, this is a small shop, which is one of the oldest shop where they have presented all their lineage and how the halwa came to in Tamil Nadu. And this is the texture of the halwa. So it is like very, very shaky and it vibrates like a jelly. To bring the jelly consistency is the major challenge, and then you need to take it out at the right moment. Otherwise, it becomes like a hard stuff and it becomes, it can be used as a fevicol, and in some cases, it will be beat fevicol also. Now, let us see what is so unique about Tirunelveli halwa, the process and taste. See, people have been eating halwa for hundreds of years, and now they say that Tirunelveli water contributes to it. In a certain way, it is true because this water is full of copper minerals, which is not there in Kaveri and others, and it is a slightly higher one. And to add to that, they cook, the white milk is fermented in copper pots. So when it turns slightly acidic and other things, the some of the copper may be absorbed, and that is how it does. So this is what people say. This is like your house Scotch whiskey is advertised in UK, like it is due to the Glens water and the traditional wheat that is done, the maturation process like that. This is the USP of Tirunelveli Halwa. So again, the challenge is when they take out the flame, the excess ghee which has been thrown in, it is left as a layer. So after 1 hour or 2 hours, once it cools, it forms as a white cover over it, and which increases the shelf life. So this is what is contributing to melt in the mouth, like a M&M kind of a thing. It is a melt in the mouth kind of an experience. So this is how the Iritikade Alvar likes. So they say that it is due to they taking it at the right moment to ensure the consistency. Premalas, which is one of the popular shops, they say that they are importing Samba wheat, the high quality wheat from Punjab, and they take only the first milk. And also the ghee is procured from Otanjatram in a consistent. They say that it is only ghee and only little oil is added. So this is how the richness of halwa is there. Now we are coming to the town where halwa is proposed, Tirunelveli. So here the formula is same, and here we have three major brands: Lakshmi Vilas Halwa, Iruttukadai Halwa, and Shanti Sweets. Out of this, Shanti Sweets is a later product, which is an industrialized product, and then they got machines which make which stir the halwa for 5 or 6 hours continuously. So this is the old one, Lakshmi Vilas, which is right outside the Tirunelveli Junction, railway junction. The second one is the Iruttukadai. See, this is a very traditional shop, and which has got only one light bulb. That's why it is in dark. So it is open from evening 4:35, and by 6 o'clock everything is sold out and the shop is closed. So this is called Iruttukadai and powered by Bijli Singh. Maybe by in Tamil Nadu he has got lot of power cord, so he has been named as Bijli Singh. So this is how Iruttukadai Alva is traditionally given in banana leaf. Now it is packaged in very professional sachets. When it comes to Shanti, the Shanti became very famous, and then everybody started copying and they started putting Shanti sweets. So if when you go to Tirunelveli bus stand, you will see so many Shanti shops all over the place. Nothing is original. So that is the level of cloning it has created due to the popularity. Yeah. We are coming to the one of the best halwas in my opinion, Halwa Chakravarti. No wonder he puts it like that. Halwa Chakravarti Premavilas Lakshmi Mitai Kadai. So this is again the variation is from other halwa is that they use mostly ghee. I personally discussed with its owner Manohar Singh for arranging for my daughter's son's reception, and I am a regular visitor to the shop. So the shop is just outside Madurai Junction, and they give it as in mandara leaf like this, small amount. So you can buy it for 20 rupees or something. And then they give also packages. It has started in 1954 and various duplicates exist, but this is the Gangavai original firm, which is only one shop that is available right opposite railway junction. It is open from 4 a.m. to midnight 12. So usually you see people coming from far off places by train at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, get down instead of catching auto immediately, come to the shop, have alwa, have a coffee somewhere nearby, and then go home and enjoy. Similarly, night 12 o'clock also there are people who are having alwa here. So that is a very popular and a very famous shop. and in my opinion, the best halwa shop. They also make milk halwa. It is very famous from their shop. Now we saw three flavors of halwas which made from milk of wheat. Now we are going to another variation called Moscow halwa, which is typically made from coconut milk. So this recipe is from Sri Lanka. So we take coconut milk, add maida milk, coconut milk, sugar, and ghee. So if you see the scale, suddenly from 2, 3, it has jumped to 7, one of the hardest halwas. So this is how it looks like. So SJ group, they started this in Mudalur, which is near Tuticorin and Kanyakumari, and this is how the flavor looks. It is like little hard, but it is very taste and chewy. And this is how it is branded. So it is made of coconut milk. What they do is they mix maida overnight, get settled, extract the milk, and to this coconut milk is added. So it is almost no fiber and garnished with cardamom cashew powder. So that is what is a variation by using coconut milk. So this is the group where you actually prepare it on milk. Now we are going to the next class, which is prepared out of fruits. Typically, these are more popular in Kerala where we get lot of fruits and then lot of coconut oil. So you take fruit extract, add water, jaggery or sugar, and cook it in coconut oil. Again, this styles moved from Gujarat, where Zamarins invited chefs from Gujarat for preparing halwa. These guys settled there and then expanded like a house of Kambati in Tirunelveli. And there is a large street in Kozhikode which is said as Muttai Teru. It's a street meat shop where lot of such halwa shops are there. Continuously, the entire street is full of street shops. Again, the specialty of this is pure coconut oil, not from ghee. The base is banana, but you can make it in multiple things. So this is one of the oldest shops, Kairili Sweets. You can see the solid shape. And the latest modern one, Halwa. They give it in online, they give it in 24 varieties. See the amount of variations. Halwa, black, ghee, wheat, green chili. Can you imagine green chili, watermelon, honey fruit, dates, tender coconut, carrot, mango, banana, we can understand. Pomegranate, badam, chocolate, passion fruit. My God. Okay. So everything, each and everything, from the traditional wheat and ghee halwa, you have variations of all. So that is banana halwa for you. If you see the scale, it is 8, stronger than this because of um, the fruit, the fiber gets crushed and then it is very strong. You need to bite it and eat it. The next one, we come to the next category where your halwa is made out of grain flour. Okay, this is a very easy, simple kesari. And this is what is mentioned in Manasalasa in the 13th century one as a halwa. So popularly it is called Suji Halwa in North or Kesari, Rava Kesari in Tamil Nadu, and in Karnataka it is the quintessential Kesari bath. So use Rava, water, sugar, ghee. That's all. Very fast, simple and neat. And in many religious ceremonies, family gatherings, whenever there is somebody who is coming there for seeing the bride or bridegroom, the kesari and saji bhaji is default. So this is the simple form of kesari without coloring, beautiful, and with I think this has been done with less ghee. When you add more ghee and then you do it in a coarse one, it gives a very, very rich texture and color. So it is a very popular tiffin as well as your sweet, and which is prepared on family occasion. In Karnataka, if you go, what you order, you will say kesari bath, kara bath. Then he will ask iske bath. So you'll get blink. So you get coffee. So this is how you enjoy kesari all over Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Yeah. Quintessential breakfast item. Then the variation. Instead of suji, you use pure wheat flour and use milk. Instead of water, you get the atta halwa. So this is the default temple prasad all over North India in various forms, various richness, various quality. The highest one famous is the great Amritsar Gurudwara thing. That is a joy to eat and then fantastic taste. It is warm and then in winter it will be like it goes like a whiskey. You can feel it going down the throat. The next one, again, one more variation of grain. Instead of pure wheat flour, you use dalia. This is the broken wheat. The rest of the process is same. It is usually done in upavas, cracked wheat, and it is a slightly healthier alternative, crunchy and comforting structure, and with less ghee. So it is a better, healthier alternative. Then again, the third variation, instead of using proper wheat flour, what we use is slightly different process. You you leave the wheat to sprout, and once it is sprouted for 1 day, 1.5 days, then you roast the malt and then push it with milk and sugar. It is more like a beer. It is like a solid beer. It is like the base is same, malt and milk. It is a good malt kind of an food. So it's called Hapsi or Sohan. And the Hapsi has got a snide mark. In Urdu, it means African origin or dark. So it is made very brown, so roasted like your a roasted one, like it is very dark color and creamy and crunchy. So it is when I searched, it is said that one of the oldest shop in Delhi is called Gantagar in Chandri Chowk. So they brand it for a long time and then they sell it and then as usual they say no, we have no branches. And this is the texture. See how nice it is and then with the amount of ghee and some amount of the granules available. And this is a card. So it is in Chandri Chowk. Then we go for one more variation. Here, this is a very interesting place where I used to work in my early days in my banking. This is Tal Todal. Again, it is a variation from creamy cake from Sri Lanka. It is a cousin of your Moscow Halwa, which we saw earlier. But here, the variation is that instead of wheat milk, which they used in Moscow Halwa, we are using rice flour straight away. And to that, we add coconut milk. And then another interesting variation is the palm jaggery, which is very native in Ramnad district near Rameswaram. This is near Rameswaram. And they cook it in coconut oil. So it gives a very rich flavor and then nice kind of an item, which is around middle scale 6. And this is the traditional shop where they start in around 4 o'clock. By 6 o'clock, everything is sold out. We as a bank people, we used to call them and ask them to reserve quarter kilo for my purchase. So in the evening after the bank is closed, we go there and collect our quarter kilo and walk away. Such is the demand for at the time. Now it is branded all over Ramnad and South Tamil Nadu. This is being sold. And it is again a fantastic flavor with coconut and palm jaggery, which is very good for health. Now in Karnataka, we also have a very, very simple variation of this called Halwa or Halwa. So here, what is the variation? Like dodal, we make it in rice flour, but instead of the milk, we put soaked rice, grated coconut, and some more vegetables and other things. Grind it to a paste, and from there you make it as a cake. Another variation is you use jaggery. I'm sorry, this is not coconut milk. That is a coconut oil. This is a typo. It is either refined oil or ghee is used here. So this is how it looks like. Again, there are two variations here. One, it can be roasted in the pan till it solidifies. Another variation is use hot milk or something and steam it in places and cut it in. So this is how it looks like in some of the steamed varieties. And it is very, very special on Naga Panchami. And it is very popular Udupi and other areas, and it is available regularly in Karnataka region. Now, we are coming to the most dangerous halwa which I have seen. This is called Bhima Pushti halwa. The name itself is intimidating, and I say that it is a rock-aged halwa. Again, the inputs are same: maida, water, sugar, and dalda. Deadly combination. And this is in Madurai. You can see the advertisement. So here, one person, a puny person, is asking for power from Bhima having Kada, and Bhima is recommending this Bhima Pushti halwa. This is how I have eaten this halwa and grown so strong. But the fact is, only Bhima can eat this halwa. Ordinary mortals cannot eat this. Such a strong halwa, and then he has got a very, very long knife. It is more of a sword, not a knife. He cuts it into thin slices, and the thin slices which we get is like a texture of beef. That is a solid texture, and it is a rock. And this one, it is like cheese. It has aged and matured. We don't know when it was originally prepared because of dalda and other things. It stays solid for multiple months. So if you see this in scale, this takes the top shot as the hardest halwa. Nowadays we are not finding this. Earlier it used to be in every festival and tradition. This is one of the famous shops where everybody will be copying the process and nobody is courageous enough to go and buy. There will be a huge crowd around the shop, but nobody will be buying it. That is the fun part of it. Now, from south, we move over to north. In fact, to Karachi, integrated India. Again, we have a variation of the halwa where they use corn flour instead of our regular rice or wheat flour. So this is what the halwa shop, which was created by Chandu in 1896. Originally, it was part of Karachi. He made it popular in Karachi, and during partition, they shifted over to Bombay and get settled in Balkeshwar. Now Bharat Bhushan is managing it, his grandson, along with his two sons are managing it. So again, they rebranded it as Bombay Halwa and it is popular. So it is a hard nut to crack. See the solid size and we can stack it at 10 kilos, 20 kilos and it won't break. So that such is the tensile strength. So it goes into scale as number 9. It can be done in many flavors, many things, but the base ingredient is corn flour, which gives this transparency and luster. Then There is another variation of Bombay Halwa, which is Mahim Halwa. So instead of having it as a cube, which is very easy to pack and eat, small, small cubes, they sheeted and beated it. So this is the story of Joshi Budakaka in Mahim Halwa. Again, instead of corn flour, this is wheat flour, and then with water, sugar, and it is very soft, hard, but easily breakable, so it is fine. So this is the shop where they've been staying. The entire family stays on first floor and second floor. This is the seventh or eighth generation. See the transparency and luster. So it was started in Mahim by 1800 by Joshi. He walked all the way from Rajasthan and get settled. His son started experimenting. There is a Turkish sweet called lokam, which is like a sheet. So he wanted something like that, and then he tried for 20 years, and finally he found out what is the best way to do it. That process is getting repeated for 200 years now. Again, the coloration comes from the saffron, which gives a sunset hue, and it is so thin. It is hard, but it is thin and it is easily eatable. So, like this is the quintessential Bombay. In South, we sell your pineapple. How you sell it? The full pineapple. So this idiot buys the pineapple, goes home, battles with the pineapple with a knife, and then cuts himself from everybody else, and finally left with a small chunk core which he eats. Come to Bombay, what they do is the local pineapple wala cuts everything, puts it into three thin slices, spray some sugar on it, put it in a cover, along with one napkin. They give it to you for 10 rupees or 20 rupees. All the guys going in the railway station grab one in the footbridge. And by the time they go to the platform, it is done. They throw away and then they walk away. See, this is how Bombay makes life convenient in a busy stuff. Another innovation is this sheeted halwa. Nobody thought about it, and then these guys invented it. Then they made better of it. This is called ice halwa. So instead of wheat halwa, they again went back to the original corn flour and then made a variation. This is by Mohanlal Mithai guys. They used corn flour to the original, and instead of using this saffron, they used icing sugar as a spray to give that chilled frosty effect. That is fantastic. And they used varieties. See the varieties. So many varieties, and see the texture and the frosty look. And this is one of the shops just outside Villaparla station. So next time when you go to Bombay, if you have not tried it, you try this ice halwa. The kids will love it, particularly the modern day kids. Then we go to the next category of halwas made with vegetables. The most popular and interesting vegetable you come to your mind is gajar or carrot. So the grated carrots is a popular medium. Again, it is a not famous food in winter months, and then in many of these festivals it is made. So the trick is to retain the texture of the grated carrot and absorb the milk and the sweet indeed to come into a very soft but strong texture. Then we have a variation in it by using shakarkand. Shakarkand is nothing but sweet potato. But it sometimes it comes as thick, sometimes it comes as chunks, and then it is an art to take it at the right moment. See, it can be gooey or it can be lumpy, but again, the preference varies according to how you put ghee and how much you roast it. Again, it goes scale 4. Another popular vegetable in north is the lauki or dudi. So lauki, if you have surplus, you make it into halwa. So it is just like that grated lauki. If you make it only with the white pulp, it comes out like this. If you make it with the skin and other things, it comes with a different color. And actually, the skin adds some flavor to it. Then the quintessential Kasi Alva. This is a popular one in South and in particular Kerala as well as in the Palakkad and Karnataka border regions. It comes in two variations using white pumpkin and yellow pumpkin. Again, white pumpkin is typically with sugar and yellow pumpkin normally goes with sugar and it is popular in Bangalore and other areas as a kaddu halwa. So Udupi is famous for white, and in other areas we see Karnataka kaddu halwa. This is a yellow pumpkin halwa. So this is how the texture is. Very beautiful and fine texture. You can feel the individual strands while it is soaked in oil and sweet. There is a cousin to it, the famous Agra peda. But when we talk about Agra peda, this is the yellow pumpkin halwa. When we talk about the Agra peda, the input is almost the same, but only the variation is it is cut into big chunks, boiled and soaked in water, and then frozen. See the difference. So this is a different kind of a cake, whereas this is of the halwa cake. So the process makes the difference. Now coming to the next ingredient, takali or tomato. Whenever there is some rain or some political issue, two things raised immediately: onion and tomato. So immediately, lot of are done in internet about I have five takalis are in my wall, and for Diwali this is a gift I got, like that stories. And also the opposition parties create a ruckus saying that the price has gone up very high, and then there is so much of stocking, and that too on a perishable commodity. So tomato, even though it is not from India, it is very famous, and without tomato, we guys cannot survive. And with tomato, you can have halwa. Again, it comes in two varieties. One, if you can make it into cuts, and then the pulp, if it is retained, that is a ideal chef. And then there is another Shahjahan variety where you torture tomato so much over a period of 6 or 7 hours, and you come up with a gooey stuff. It is slow killing. It is a South Indian Muslim favorite during Ramadan months, and then in many of their villages, it is also served as a high quality sweet. Then we come to the next category where it is prepared out of pulses, whether as a boiled pulse or a flour of pulse. The first one, the most popular one, is the moong dal halwa, which is green gram flour with jaggery or sugar. This is how it looks like. Very rich texture and then crunchy and goes well with almond. And a very popular festival dish. There is the next variation we see is asogalva, which is very popular in South. I say that this is a halwa that flows like a music. It is very popular in Tiruvayyaru, which is the epicenter or the creative area of Carnatic music, where every year the music festival happens. So in music festival, people consume two things: music and asoga halwa. This is from Andavarakade. So again here, instead of having green gram flour which gives the crunchy taste, They boil grain gram, mash it, so it gives a flowing consistency. That's why the scale is number one, free flowing halwa. So again, this is brought by Marathas from north. They they brought besan halwa, which we saw earlier, into Tanjore, and then now they have the local variety called boiled mashed green gram. So this is very famous shop called Andavar Alva Kade, which is in the middle of a very narrow national highway. If three people stop their cars and come to the shop, there is a major traffic jam. Such a crowded area, and it's very difficult to get parking. And this is famous for the Ashok Alva and some more varieties of Ashok Alva with the different fruits or vegetables. You need to keep it very safely like this in the banana leaf. You tilt it slightly, the halwa flows out of the leaf and falls down. So such is the fluidity. Then there is another variation of besan halwa called Hayagriva Madi. This is again chickpeas. So again variation is instead of green gram, you use Bengal gram chickpeas. It gives a different kind of a texture, different taste, and it is popular in Karnataka as a Navaratri dish. So this is your normal besan with the minimal ghee and with the rich ghee and a lot of sugar or your raw sugar. Now we come to the king of halwas, badam halwa or cashew halwa. So here the input base is we see badam or cashew, but in reality, if you put pure badam powder or cashew powder, it is so thick. They usually mix maida, like our kaju katli. The percentage of maida varies from quality of a shop to different shops. Okay, it is smooth. It can be made with very nice texture, and almonds or badam go well together. Very luxurious halwa. You get this in Delhi and other places. You can't eat 2 spoons or more. That is more than enough. Such is the content. Now, we are coming to the non-veg section now. 27 vegetarian halwas we have covered. Now we are coming to non-veg section. In Triplicane, there is a shop which sells dum roll, which is typically Bengal gram paste, a variation from earlier one. Add semolina, milk, they use jaggery or sugar, and some amount of some optional egg white. So this is a shop in a crowded area, and this is it. So the dum part is after making the base halwa, they cover the entire pan with a lid and put some hot coals on top of it for half an hour. That gives the brown crust on top. Normally there is no brown crust on top, and here there is a brown crust on top. People also ask for that brown crust, which is very tasty. So here some people use egg, some people they don't use egg, and it is unique because of the gum process. It is very popular in Tamil Muslims, and maybe it will be popular in Hyderabad also. I don't know. We need to do research. Then we go to the next variation, mutai mitai. What we in this is the Tamil name. In English, it means egg sweet. So here you see that the base is beaten egg with milk, sugar, and ghee. The final product is branded like this. This is a Syed Mutai shop which is available in Dindi. So this is near Tiruvannamalai, around 120-30 kilometers from Chennai, where the grand Arunachala temple is there. It is just before it. There is a very famous fort called Jinji Fort, which is now added as one of the potential World Heritage Monument. This fort is one of the unconquerable fort where the Mughalais sieged it for 7 years with Marathis inside. So such a strong fort. And that is now producing another thing called sweet mutai. And see the texture. It is like your milk pudding, a variation of the milk pudding. That's all. Then final, the king of non-veg, Mita Zafrani ghost. Here the base is mutton with onion, and the liquid they use water on the fat, and sweetener they put some amount of sugar or jaggery. It's a Hyderabadi delicacy, and like Hyderabadi, it is a torture food. Like they boil it slowly for so many hours, where the entire flavors are seeped into mutton and everything, and totally different. I tried it, and it is fantastic. This is how the flavor looks like. See the texture, and see the texture and other thing. It looks like a normal dish, but tastes fantastic. We can also use it using keema instead of solid mutton pieces. That will be far more richer and it will taste like dudar. So that's how even non-veg content can be done in halwa. So far, we have seen 30 varieties of halwas in different bases, different structures and other things. In Tamil, when we talk about halwa, halwa kudukaran, halwa kudukaran, it is not that he is giving the sweet to you. It has got some different meanings. It is like delude or beguile, kajor or cheating you. So it is very different. Allah Kulukuru means just promise something and not performing. Or thinking of something and different something else. In one of the popular movies, Satyaraj made it very popular where she seduces Kasturi by giving drug alva. And from that, this phrase caught on. And there are so many memes out there which says, I am always comfortable in giving alva and don't receive it. That's why what he is saying is, I am the one who cheats others and then I am smart, I don't get cheated. So that is the kind of wordings or terminology used in giving alva. There are so many memes around alva. So when last year budget was announced, one of the popular uh, actor and politician Prakash Raj commented that the union territories announced the budget for Andhra and Bihar. Okay, all the other states enjoy the alva. So that is the connotation. Again, I have been fond of giving alvas also. That is my hobby. And just casually. When I used to be in IT, I was managing a lot of projects as a business head, delivery head. And then we used to have this quality meetings, quality audits, where we inaugurate a particular project and then talk about the quality process. So that traditionally they will give some gifts. So in my projects, I deliberately take the halwas from the famous shop where there are different varieties of fruit halwa. So we make small cubes and I give it as a gift. So the quality head and others used to ask me, Babu, is there any hidden meaning in this gift? Innocently they used to ask. So I tell you there is no hidden meaning. I am giving you blatant halwa. So what I am doing is a product-based project. So all your rules and regulations for project don't apply here. I will do it in my own way. So that is the alva I used to give when I was developing products. So This is a term. Again, applying this to physics. In physics, there is a Schrodinger's cat experiment where the Schrodinger was doing an experiment using cats. So he was saying that a cat is food with a material like smoke or acid or poison, which slowly kills the cat, and the cage is closed. So till you open the cage, the cat is alive or the cat is dead. Okay. So the cat has got two states: dead, alive. Only when you open inside, you know whether the cat is dead or alive. So that is a fallacy which they usually apply in quantum mechanics. Again, the same thing can be said about Tirunelveli Halwa. So it is in two states, whether it is given at the same time not given. A typical conversation goes like this: did you get the halwa which I sent you? The other idiot says that, no, I didn't get it. Then I smiled and said, good. Then I have given halwa to you. So what it means is, by saying and not giving, I have actually given the halwa to him. So that is a fallacy and interesting fun we use using halwa. Now from fun part, coming to the scientific physics part. So in physics, we have a scale called Mohs scale to identify the hardness of a material. So it is 10 from diamond and number 1 for chalk, depending on which scratches what. So 10 is number hardest and then diamond. So this I have tried to put it in my own scale of softness for halwas. So the diamond quality halwa requires a sword, which is the Bhima Pushti halwa, which we talked about. Again, for each of the presentations, I have given the numbers also. The next one is a very hard halwa. We require weaker Vajra jars who just like that bite all the sugar can attack like that. So again, only they can eat the Bombay and Karachi halwa. Very strong. The next one is the Nadan Kodikod halwa, which is hard, but with repeated chewing, you start enjoying it and a smile comes to your face. Then lower down the seven, very strong, stick to the teeth. There's a Moscow halwa. See, there is no fiber. They have taken all the fiber. It is only gooey. And then you have one chew and you are not able to speak for 2 minutes till it gets um, processed. Number six is strong dodal, which is strong but smooth and flavorful due to the rice flour. Five, the medium one is taken by your beautiful ice halwa, mahim halwa. It is hard, but it is slate. So because of it, you can take it, you can stack it, but you can easily bite it. Children love it. Then you have the flaky ones, large bits but needs chewy. This is where your vegetable and your flour-based halwas comes in. Number five is the grainy ones, where you use a lot of uh, grainy flours. This is where the grainy halwa comes in. So you can feel the grains in the mouth, and after some time, little thing, we are able to swallow it. Number two is smooth, spread and swallow. All the Lala Mitai Kada halwas, Tirunelveli, that thing, you put it there, it automatically spreads in the mouth and then you enjoy it. While you're enjoying it, it goes down. The first one, gelatinous stuff, it glides down. You put it there and then it straight away goes. Gone. This is Premula Salva, Doodh Halwa, Honda Kade Ashok Halwa. This is fantastic stuff. You need to hold it proper. Otherwise, it will slide out of your hand. So this is smoother. So this is, in a nutshell, gives the kind of various textures and the hardness or softness of halwas. Having seen 30 various things, if you want to put the entire gamut of Indian halwas into one slide. This is what I attempted, like a yantra of halwa. So, like we said earlier, this is formed by four major inputs: uh, base, liquid, sweetener, and cooking medium. When you take the base, we saw from milk, cow milk, wheat milk, maida, and coconut how different flavor is coming. We saw the fruit-based halwas, Nendran, banana, dates, pineapple, and we saw about flour-based halwas, wheat, corn, semolina, which gives a grainy stuff, and then vegetable-based carrot, sweet potato, tomato, and beetroot. Beetroot is again popular. I have not covered it. Then the last part, the pulses, using green gram, Bengal gram, nuts, badam, chirisi, and other things. And we can have many more varieties. Finally, the non-veg, using egg white. And when it comes to the liquid, most of the halwas, particularly the wheat milk and the Nadan halwas, are by default use water. That's why they are alive for 1 month or 1.5 months in a happy state without going sour. When you use cow's milk, the longevity comes down. So this is where the mutai, damka root and other things valid for 3-4 days. Coconut milk, again, since it is boiled and other things, it stays for a longer period than your regular wheat was. In terms of sweetener, mostly it is used by white sugar. The variation is jaggery, nadan halwa, kadu halwa, and damka root. They use jaggery. One unique thing is your palm jaggery halwa. In terms of cooking medium, mostly they say that I use pure, but in reality, except in house and other things, they don't use pure ghee. There is a mixture of refined oil and other things. For, again, for wheat halwa, kasi, and some of the takali halwas, they use only refined oil and they don't use ghee at all. Uh, The exceptions are Dodal and Nadan halwa, where they use coconut oil, which gives a different kind of flavor. So, in a nutshell, this is what the component architecture of Halwa, how the various components and various inputs and gives the same process gives different fantastic results. So, Halwa is a name, Halwa is a emotion, and particularly in Tamil Nadu context, and it is a culture. So, it is not a sweet; it is an expression of India's diverse culinary culture. Each variety of Halwa reflects a unique part of country's tradition, its festivals, its puja process, and the expertise in sweetness. This is each halwa has got a unique flavor, texture, showcasing that particular region's creativity and simplicity of cooking. So, this exploration satisfies not only our taste, but also enriches our understanding of the various cultural significances and seeing what is available abundant in various areas of India, how they innovated, making use of available one, and then take a foreign sweet, flip it out into a way which is very useful. A typical Bombay style halwa, the ice halwa and mahim halwa is a classic example of this. That is an innovation. So let us try to enjoy the 30 varieties of halwas, which is listed here. If you see more halwas, this is not, this is only a sample. There are any number of varieties of halwas possible. If you find more halwas and more recipes, and what you like more, you write it in the comments, and then you can also explain. And this will be in addition to my presentation. So let us enjoy halwa, and let us also enjoy giving halwa to others. So both are happy state. And this ends my seat talk of around 1 hour, 10 minutes. If you want to see similar such talks and other things, you can connect to me in my mobile or email, or you can watch similar talks in my YouTube channel, Babu for Heritage. and it has got my own videos, around 50 plus videos, and then 120 plus curated heritage classifications like architecture, structure, sculptures, like there are various classifications. In that, I keep on adding quality curated videos which I like, which are industry standard. So please visit my YouTube channel and you can enjoy interesting presentations like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, did we imagine that the simple halwa has so much going into its origin, history, heritage, and preparation? Like commercial cook, the technocrat banker speaker today gave us insights into the whole gamut of the culinary heritage of halwa. Thank you, Mr. Sivasankar Babu, for
Thank you.
peeling the various nuances of exploring the country's halwa heritage, peppered with humor. I loved it when you said that from halwa, which is only a small twist of removal of the edge, you can make a goube of anybody. So that was very interesting, and also classifying the halwas into a scale of 1 to 10 to 1, depending upon the hardness and its softness, was very interesting. His exploration into halwas took an interesting turn when his children got married, where the guests were presented with a small note along with a takeaway gift of halwa, especially at his son's reception. I missed this occasion. Cooking is not as simple as eating, as it involves chemistry, physics, and maths, as Mr. Babu made it very clear in his PPT presentation. It was also an eye opener to know that the mention of this halwa is to be found in the 12th century Someshwara's Manasalosa, which says that Shali Anna, which is the present day Kesari Bath of Karnataka, probably this could be the precursor of the halwa that we know of as today. As he delved into the history and journey of the halwa in India, it was really mesmerizing that he could speak for 1 hour, 15 minutes, and with so much of information that I feel that after the talk, I must go to the nearest restaurant and at least taste the Kesari Bath. Last year, when I went to Tirunelveli, after I came out from the temple, I saw a big crowd of people in front of a small shop. Then I knew this is the 80-watt Irtu Kadai. So I also stood in the queue. And when my turn came after 20 minutes or so, I was given a small, because I ordered for a 200 grams halwa in a small plastic wrapping. And I found that behind me, there were another 20-30 people, and it was time to close. So because it was fresh, I just had a serving of it, gave it to my friend, and then thought I will use it for the next 3 or 4 days. But then when I opened the next day, it had a fine coating of fat, the ghee, and my modern sensibilities got a heart attack. Then I realized maybe I should try it at home by putting it in the microwave. So I did not know. Only now did I come to know, as Mr. Shivashankar Babu says, that this fat is a protective covering, so that the wheat preparation doesn't get spoiled and it stays for more than 15 to 20 days. So I come home and then I put it in the microwave, and honestly, let me tell you, Mr. Shivashankar Babu, it just glided down the throat like smooth whiskey. It was really a different feeling itself. We got to know the various iconic heritage halwas and the shops from Tamil Nadu, Mumbai, Gujarat, Hyderabad, and Karnataka. From the softest Ashoka Basin halwa to the Bhima Pushti hard rock halwa, cut with a sword, the richest and costliest halwa in India, egg halwas, mutton halwas, and 30 varieties in between, the various types, flavors, textures, and consistencies, with their stories were very regaling, very interesting, including those that find a mention in Tamil movies, and of the concept of duality, which is not to be mistaken for Madhvacharya's duality thought. And finally, with his research which he has done extensively. I would not have thought that he would give us so much of value addition to a small, simple halwa, which we take it for granted. The journey of this innocuous sweet halwa, that is in a way a cultural icon. It is indeed an emotion, and what sustains the same is the intertwining of history, myth, and identity that was very well elucidated by Mr. Sivasankar Babu. I am now craving, like I said, after this session, I am off for a helping of Kesari Bath. Now, over to you,
So,
Manali, and thank you so much once again, Mr. Sivasankar Babu. It was very
Yeah.
humorous as well as thought provoking and very interesting.
thank you so
I
much,
see
ma'am.
some interesting comments.
Yes,
Pardon?
sir.
We didn't hear you.
Yeah,
We
I
didn't.
see some interesting comments. One from Manali Lapai, another name for Lapasi, is from whole rice grains instead of this. That is an interesting input. So I will also research in that.
Yes,
This is
yes, sir. It
what
is
we
part
call it
of
as
the.
pongal, sweet
Yes,
pongal in Tamil Nadu. So that is
yes,
another variation. So it may not come into strict alwa category because it is quickly boiled and taken out. Um, okay, it is more of a sweet rice kind of a thing. And
yes,
in Tamil Nadu, during 7th century, there is a variation of a sweet, Iyengar sweet called Akkara Vadisil. That Akkara Vadisil, they add milk also, and it is a very, very famous Iyengar sweet, which is given in temple. And it has been mentioned in Tirupavai Tirumbai also. So it is a very age-old one.
We are
So thanks
having
for.
this dish. We are having this dish served in Amudam, a restaurant
Hmm.
which has opened from Tamil Nadu. And
Correct, 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 correct,
and it is
correct.
indeed very tasty. I did taste this,
Yeah,
though it is
very
available
rich.
only on Saturdays.
Yeah. Sudeep was talking about couscous alwas, poppy seeds. The moment we talk about poppy seeds, we get a heady feeling. So probably the variation of the bang which is given in in Bombay, it can be created. Maybe a very dangerous variety, bang alwa. That will be very dangerous, and probably it may become a banned stuff also. Okay, so much of poppy seeds. That is another. And somebody was talking about uh, common feed. Common feed is again one of the typical preparation is boiled milk and jaggery. That is a popular sweet in Tamil Nadu. And one more question about the difference between Bombay Halwa and Nadan Kozhikode Halwa. Like you said, I have given the chemistry of both. And if you check on this, you will be able to clearly see that Nadan Halwa is with uh, corn flour or maida and with coconut oil. Whereas your Karachi Halwa and other thing is with wheat and ghee or refined oil. So that is where the difference is. And one
Thank you
more
so
question, which will come into the modern sweet category, diabetic halwa. There is diabetic halwa using instead of sweet, they're using your sweetener substances, and there
stevia.
are certain
They
sweets.
use
Uh,
stevia.
yeah, there are certain sweets even in Chennai, like your famous Rajasthani shop. They sell diabetic halwa. There is a shop specific for diabetics. They have all the halwas and other sweets made in using artificial sugar. So all the sweets replace sugar with your diabetic sugar replacement, and still you can enjoy the halwa. Okay, right. So I think that's all in the comments. So thank you for an interesting participation. See, this kind of offline middle of the week kind of a discussion or busy Saturday may attract initial online very less people, but I am sure this like an alba will stay for a longer period and then continue to attract more people and then who will enjoy this. Thank you very much.
No,
Thank you for giving an opportunity.
it is replayed on our YouTube. So subsequently, there will be lots of people who will, at their convenience, look into that, because I had had some 10, 12 people who had some other engagements today telling us that we will go to the YouTube and have this thing. So you can please check how many people have actually viewed that in 2 or 3 days time.
Yes,
So anyway, thank you
that is
so
what
much.
is.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sivasankar Babu, for agreeing to talk, come onto our platform and give this wonderful talk within not even 5 days of time. We just got it finalized on Monday. Poster was ready on Tuesday, and then here we are concluding a very interesting talk. I don't think many platforms would want to take up a presentation on culinary heritage, especially of an halwa. So thank you so much for this very innovative address.
Definitely.
And we at Destination Heritage always make it a point to do out of the box topics. And thank you so much once again. And also thank you so much, Manali, for
You
the
can
support.
always enjoy your heritage monuments with having an alwa in hand. I
Yes,
used to
but
say that
but not
the best
becoming an
way
halwa.
to, yeah, best way to view a Gopuram is to sit on the tea shop in front of it, have a
Yes.
chai and drink, and then savor the Gopuram for 20 minutes. You will find lot of peace and identify lot of things. Like that, have some halwa and then enjoy the temple. Okay,
I think
good.
our youngsters should go in for this combination. So let them revive the interest in Indian sweets rather than going for chocolates and pastries. And these are also come with so much of a heritage. I think we should do also to promote our Indian sweets.
Yes. This is
Thank you
one
so
of the
much.
objectives where we did it and
So see you,
hope it is
ladies and
more.
gentlemen, again next month for another interesting talk on heritage. So
Thank you.
Shubharatri.
Sure.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you.